A fantastic crowd, a great atmosphere in Philadelphia, the Division III Men's National Championship game. Cortland and Salisbury all tied at 11. Let's visit now with Eric Freed, who has more on Ryan Heath, who's stolen the show, Eric, for Cortland.
Jason, it seems fitting. We're in Philadelphia, kind of like a rocky performance there for Ryan Heath. He came off the mat after scoring his third goal, came to the sideline, got a cramp worked out, alternated back and forth from water to a sports drink, got back on the field, scored his fourth goal of the game. This is great stuff for Heath because he transferred in from Sacred Heart. It's his first year with the Cortland program, came in with a good reputation as a good ball handler and can handle pressure very well. Well, he's handled the Salisbury pressure very well. Now we'll see if Heath and his teammates can handle the pressure of the fourth quarter of a national championship game, Jason.
Thank you very much, Eric. And Paul, Ryan Heath has been very impressive in the biggest stage he's going to play on this season.
You know, it's his ability to find his spots. He's not blowing by anyone offensively with individual efforts. It's finding those seams in the Salisbury defense. You saw the quick goal from behind the cage. And then his crease play has been incredible.
We'll have a penalty right out of the opening faceoff of the fourth quarter.
Stop it. Run off the field.
Yes.
Technical foul, 30 seconds to push on number 29. Chris Streeter right here. He pushes with possession. When you push and the opposition has the ball, that will cost you 30 seconds. If the opposition does not have the ball, it's a change of possession.
We saw 9 goals between these two teams in the third quarter. The fourth quarter will start with Cortland up a man for 30 seconds. Heath moves it to his right. Abbott, the bouncer, sails wide of the net, backed up by Felice. Mike Felice, the junior from Baldwinsville, New York, he'll restart things. Moves it to O'Connell, looking for a cutter, now gets it on the interior, but nothing doing. They'll spin it back up top.
Looks like they're giving Abbott some cushion this time. They're not going to shut him off.
Abbott couldn't handle the pass. Higher back the other way. Salisbury had a break opportunity. Boyer was shut down before he got to the net. They'll drop it back to Gonzalez, who has a hat trick here this afternoon. Gonzalez wants to take to the net. Does. This time Gable turns it aside. Loose ball in front.
Crease violation.
Crease violation whistled against Salisbury.
Boyer stepped in the crease to change of possession. Cortland gets it. The man up has expired. We're all even. Cortland on the offensive end. They want a good possession and a high percentage shot to start this fourth quarter.
Red Dragons back on offense. Chase Caruso playing good defense, as always, working against Adam Hyde. Ball bounced all the way in front of the Cortland bench. Ryan Semensky. Underhand shot hits the side of the net. Loose ball scooped up by Zarchin. And Salisbury can take it back the other way. They will clear it across midfield. Zagrita.
No angle by Semensky on that last take. By the time he got out of his dodge, no angle for a right-handed shot.
Get a shot here and a save by Gable. Rody Gable again! That's the third time Rody's been turned away from in tight. Ben Gable, big save. Cortland has a break and they throw it away. 14 saves for Gable. Cortland down the other end, however, throwing it away.
Gable's been terrific right here. Time and room of Creighton, stones him, and then the rebound by Rody. If you're Rody, you got to shoot at Gable's ankles there.
You see Gable's save numbers. Rody's going to have nightmares about Gable tonight.
14 big saves, though. None of them easy. He's had to work for them all. But what's interesting, so many of those save opportunities, Cortland has given Salisbury that extra chance by turning the ball over at some point of the clear.
In front, this shot goes over the net by Berkman. Tyler Berkman was alone on the crease. Spun and shot, went over the net, backed up by Salisbury. They'll maintain possession. 11-11. Neither team has scored in the fourth after combining for 9 in the third. Creighton save Gable again. Saunters behind the net. Cortland attempts to clear.
A lot of body saves by Gable tomorrow. He'll be all black and blue. But if they get the W, each one will be well worth it.
Abbott just checks in, takes possession. Almost another turnover for Cortland. They need to be careful. This is the fourth quarter national championship game. Turnovers can kill you. They do get it back, however. Settle things down just a little bit. Higher, nice defense. Collapsing for Salisbury. Seagulls have it. Zarchin, the goaltender, comes out of the net. He'll lead the clear for the Seagulls.
See Cortland right now in a deep ride, not really pressing.
Almost took it away. Dassinger able to get the ground ball. Now running with some purpose. He'll move it off to his right. Brody takes it behind the net. Heath banged up a little bit on the side there, down in the box.
Those cramps coming back. Drink a lot of water. Stay stretched. You know Heath wants to be on the field in this fourth quarter.
You know Cortland wants him on the field. He's been outstanding. Gonzalez now carrying the ball for Salisbury. This is a guy that had 4 goals all season. He's become their primary offensive force here in the second half. Gonzalez does give it up, however. Bishop to his right. We're under 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of the title game for Division III. Neither Salisbury nor Cortland has given an inch this afternoon. The score bears that out. All tied up.
15 saves for Gable. He's been the difference in this matchup. Stonewalling the vaunted attack of the Seagulls. That man right there is playing his best game of the season against the best competition. Hats off to Ben Gable. If he can stay strong in this fourth quarter, Cortland will be in it to the final seconds.
Dan Schmidt cleared it for Cortland. Zemensky drove to the net, was shut down by Caruso. Takes a whack on the arm, eventually gives it up to Felice.
Caruso very aggressive on the defense. He's an outstanding one-on-one player. You'll see when he plays his offensive opponent, he will press out all the way to the restraining line.
You see Ryan Heath back into the game. Cramps worked out. Stretched out, hydrated, ready to go. After an onslaught of goals in the third, hasn't been much offense in the fourth. Felice on goal line extended, picked up by DeMunda. Whacked by DeMunda. Atkins couldn't handle the pass. Abbott, big ground ball. Was checked as he was shooting. Zarchin almost lost it. The shot didn't have much on it. Zarchin made the easy save, almost fumbled it into the net.
Almost looked like a changeup or a knuckleball. He's expecting Abbott to really have some time and room and let it go. The last second check really prohibited Abbott from getting everything into it.
Edwards gets it in front to Rhodey. Extra pass and a goal for Bishop. The extra pass and the goal. Salisbury's up 1.
The junior attackman Bishop getting it from the senior Rhodey, taking that extra step, a step that might mean a national championship.
I think I know what he was talking about. The kid goes down, but I think he came down and was off balance
They've been good on offense, but it's been their defense and their goaltender, Ben Gable, who have really been the story. With more on Ben, Big Ben, here's Eric Freed.
Big Ben is right. You see the saves total for Gable. That's a new season high, but his NCAA tournament high, 16 saves, twice in last year's NCAA tournament. Here's some of what he's been able to do against this Salisbury attack all day today, keeping Cortland in a position to win a national championship. Rich Barnes, his head coach, was an All-American at Cortland, you mentioned before, as a goalie. So he has high expectations for what happens in the nets. He expects a lot from Gable. He's gotten a lot of it all season long. He's been consistent, sharp, and he's upped his save percentage compared to last year. Big reason why Cortland is where they are right now. Just one goal down in the championship game.
And Eric, you couldn't ask for a better mentor than Coach Rich Barnes. An outstanding goalie, but even a better teacher. And Gable really flourishing under that man right there, Coach Rich Barnes.
Cittadino wins the faceoff. Put his heels on midfield and advances into the offensive zone. Cortland trailing by 1. And it's picked off. Zach Hopkins. Picked off now by Cortland. It's Felice. 2 straight turnovers, 1 for each side. We're back right where we started with Cortland with the ball.
You know, we've seen some sloppy play, but it seems like it's almost offsetting itself. Cortland's had those turnovers. Then Salisbury comes right back for another chance for Cortland.
Abbott, a sweeping shot through traffic, able to get his own rebound. Guarded heavily by Heyer. Abbott throws to the right side. Nothing doing for Cortland. Semensky tries to get to the net. Ball checked out of his stick. Heavy hitting by this defense for Salisbury. And they get the ground ball. They'll try to clear. Sheridan. Plenty of green in front of him.
That last ground ball by Semensky, you have to put 2 hands on the stick. Tried to scoop that one up with 1 hand. Get low. Got to be exhausted this 4th quarter. It's hot on that field. These players have really given it their all.
1-goal game, national championship, 12-11, 6 minutes to go. Now every possession magnified. Nerves setting in, I'm sure, on both sides. Berkman had a shot, elected not to take it. Throws crossfield, picked off Cortland. Transition for the Red Dragons, a bouncer and a save by Zarchin. Shaney Raymond made the pick, took it end to end, bounced it over the net. Red Dragons keep it though.
Shaney Raymond with the pick off on Tyler Berkman. He's been their best defensive midfielder with over 80 ground balls this season. So you know what picks him up? He lets it fly right off the face mask of Zarchin. The best save of the day for Zarchin.
Gonzalez, heavy defensive pressure on Atkins.
Gonzalez, good defense, but it looked like he might have gotten away with that hold. The first stage of that defensive effort. You'll get called for a hold when you prohibit the offensive player from running at real-time speed.
Again, Atkins will match up against Gonzalez. Atkins in the red, Gonzalez in the gold. Felice takes it behind the net, picked up by Demunda. Elects not to use the pick. He'll circle it all the way up top for Hyde. Hyde moves to his right, takes a shot from a difficult angle, goes wide of the net. Heath there to back it up and keep possession for Cortland.
You know, number 15's on the field. Matt O'Connell, the conference player of the year, he's banged up. I don't know if it's a great idea keeping the senior on the field. He might be hurting you.
You see, he's actually now going off the field, so you're right. Good call, Clark. Not doing much out there. Didn't look particularly healthy. Good call by the coaching staff to get him off immediately.
I know he's a senior, and I know he wants this game, but to help his team, get one of your healthy teammates on the field, running at full speed.
Gonzalez right now doing a number on Atkins. Atkins continues to carry the ball, however. Trying to go, and Gonzalez does and shoots wide. Atkins determined to get past Gonzalez, feeling the heat from him for quite some time.
The back of the head of Atkins, going with the Mohawk. Was able to see a bunch of those Cortland players shaving their heads, getting ready for this championship weekend. A special one for them.
Abbott v. Caruso, good matchup. Abbott takes the pick, takes it to the net, bounces it, but it's knocked down before it gets to the crease, eventually trickles inside and scooped up by Zarchin. Demunda with possession on the sideline. Back to his goaltender, so a good defensive stand for Salisbury. We're approaching 3 minutes here. If you're Salisbury, Paul, do you sit on the ball here? I know they're a run and gun style team.
You have to kill some clock unless you have a great opportunity. Once it gets under 2 minutes, do not go to the goal. The referees might call a stall warning quickly too, a stall warning. If you step out of the box, if you hear those refs call stall warning, you cannot go out of the restraining box or else you'll lose possession in under 2 minutes. If your team is up, you step out of that box, you're going to give Cortland another possession.
Heard the officials say keep it in all afternoon. That's what they're referring to when they say keep it in.
They just called it. Salisbury has to keep it in the box. And if you're Cortland, really press out. Play aggressive defense, especially if any of those Salisbury players are approaching that box area. Push them out of it. Get that extra possession.
Brett Yoder with the ball right now. He's picked up by Stewart. Yoder, a sophomore.
You know, I'm a firm believer here. You get around 2 minutes, you do not shoot the ball, because even if you go up by 2, you put the ball at the face-off X, and you give that team an opportunity to win a face, get that goal to go within 1, and then get that extra face-off.
And Cortland's had the advantage in the face-off circle all afternoon as well.
Do not shoot the ball.
Yoder to the net, don't shoot, it goes wide. Bishop, however, there to back it up. Salisbury keeps it. Gable had come out of the net. 1:46 to go. National championship game, 12-11. Salisbury in front. They try to put it away here. 1 minute and 46 seconds away from a champion. Back in Philadelphia, last year, Salisbury won the championship against Middlebury.
It was neck and neck all game, and Middlebury had the lead in the 4th quarter, but Jimmy Creighton was able to answer, and then Chris Phillips with the game-winning goal in the national championship.
Salisbury has won 3 in a row. Here is what is on the line for the Seagulls. 69 straight wins, 4 undefeated national titles. Not only 4 straight national titles if they win, not only 70 wins in a row if they win, but 4 undefeated national title seasons, Paul. That is incredibly impressive.
And in this day of age with lacrosse, it's so hard to get to this stage, let alone dominate. And you look at the crowd, an incredible crowd here at Lincoln Financial in Philadelphia. This has begun a trend with the professional stadiums, an event that's unmatched in lacrosse.
You stay right there.
Very interesting. Cortland pulled Ben Gable, the goaltender, and put in their backup goalie, Michael Robinson, who's a quicker, more athletic player that could guard one of the Salisbury offensive players.
Cortland gets it back. Cortland gets it back. Can they get the ground ball? No, they cannot.
Right here, he's out of bounds.
Salisbury ball. Oh my goodness. The ground ball was in sight for Cortland. And now they get it back on a loose ball push. A push was called. Coach Barnes wants timeout. A push was called, and Cortland will get it back. What a turn of events there, Paul. Starting with the ground ball that wasn't for the Red Dragons.
And it starts with that ground ball. But you got to give credit to Coach Barnes and his staff for pulling Ben Gable. But look right here, it looks like Cortland lost it. But it was a loose ball push, an outstanding call. Mike Edwards pushed Ryan Szyminski there. To top that off, the coaching moves by Coach Barnes. Szyminski, normally an offensive midfielder. He's with the long pole because they know how athletic he is. And Ben Gable, feeding off that, tastes a chance to tie this game up.
Big Ben loved it, and you're absolutely right. I was surprised when I saw 29 with a long stick, and Szyminski has been playing with a short stick all day, scored some goals, scored the first one of the game, and all of a sudden he's out there with a long stick and just could not pick up that ground ball. Thankfully, if you're a Cortland fan, a push was called behind the play, so they get the ball back. Paul, take us inside the huddles here. What are the coaches telling the players? 1:31 to go, national championship game, Salisbury by 1.
Your Coach Berkman, no fouls. Play smart lacrosse, really play your angles defensively. Push them away from the goal. When the ball's up top, really force sideline. When the ball's behind, do not let them get top side. And don't create offense. Don't slide too early. You saw Hofstra in the quarterfinal game against the University of Massachusetts. Really slid way too early, giving the freshman, Jimmy Connolly, an open opportunity. Don't create offense. Make Cortland earn it.
What a scene in Philadelphia. Don't forget we have the D2 National Championship game between Lemoyne and Dowling coming up at 5:30 on CSTV. But for now, we have unfinished business. 1:31 to go. Division III National Championship game. Salisbury by 1. Heath with the ball.
If you're Cortland, make sure you have backup. You shoot the ball wide and it goes out of bounds. Make sure that you're the first to the end line. You got to get to that end line.
Most of the crowd standing right now. Hearts pounding. We approach a minute to go. Heath, who's been so good, gets it up top. Szyminski has the short stick this time. Wanted to shoot. And it goes in! How did that go in? Ryan Szyminski! Sargent didn't see it! Almost like a changeup. A question as to whether that was a pass or a shot from Szyminski. Somehow it went past Sargent. It got through the goaltender for Salisbury. We're tied at 12, my goodness.
Well, I can tell you it was a pass. But Sargent didn't expect it. You see there, Szyminski just tries to give it to the crease man right there. And Sargent playing it as a pass, thinking his defense might pick it off. Skates right by him.
Oh, boy. Demunda had a chance to take it there, too. 44 with a long stick.
And he thinks Demunda's going to get it out. It slides past Demunda and Sargent. An advantage, Cortland right here. They've been dominating the faceoffs in the second half.
Berkman takes the faceoff for Salisbury. Cittadino for Cortland. Push on Salisbury. It's Cortland ball with 52 to go.
If you're Cortland right now, settle down. Plenty of clock. Plenty of clock for Cortland.
Gonzalez, great defense. Playing without a stick procedure call against Cortland.
Cortland in that opportunity right there. Should have pulled the ball out. Get it to a short stick. Relax. The game is tied. You do not want to give this offense another opportunity.
Here's Gonzalez. He's been great on both ends. Splits the double team. Has a hat trick this afternoon. Has played outstanding defense. A 69-game winning streak. And a four-peat on the line for Salisbury. We're all tied at 12. 10 seconds. Berkman turned aside by Gable. Cortland backs it up with 8 seconds to go. It will be Cortland ball. Wait a second.
The ref on the far sideline overturned the call. The correct call. Giving it to Cortland right now with 8 seconds left. Potentially could get another shot. But it was Gable once again stoning the Salisbury offense.
And we'll have a timeout with 8 seconds remaining. I think everyone needs to catch their collective breaths right now. 12-12, Salisbury and Cortland, Division III National Championship. The 11th tie of the afternoon for these two teams. Big Ben Gable has been huge in net with 16 saves.
Ben Gable right here. You have Kyler Berkman, the unselfish player, normally a feeder. He's the dodger in that opportunity, but it's Gable. He has the opportunity. Great play by Berkman to see the seam in that middle of that defense. But Gable goes low and away to make the stop. Incredible.
Berkman, the coach's son, led the team in assists this season. And you see clearly Cortland getting there first.
And originally, one of the referees who was closest to that end line tried to reward the ball to Salisbury, which would have been the wrong decision, but it was overturned by the referee on the far side. The right call gives them 9 seconds. They threw another second on that clock, which could be tremendous.
Certainly the right call by the official. I made the classic announcer mistake of not waiting for the official's call. I thought it was obvious that Cortland had got there first. And I was shocked when they said Salisbury ball, but the officials got it right. They conferred. And here we go, 9 seconds. What's the play here, Paul?
Look right now if you're Cortland to either throw the ball in the middle of the field for Mike Abbott, let him go, or down towards the crease area, just gun it down there, hoping that your team can come up with it in a final shot, and that's what they do.
Long looping pass, lands in front of the net. It's loose, Felice had it, can't get the shot off. And we are going to overtime in the Division III National Championship game. This is what it's all about right now. We will be back for the overtime period. 12-12, Cortland Salisbury National Championship on the line.